It is a dark and wet and rainy night in Vancouver, but don't let that deter you from the fact that the team has just gotten themselves a shutout in the big grand year of 2026. Now, unfortunately, the Vancouver Canucks winning 2-0 against the Anaheim Ducks does not constitute a shutout for Nikita Tolopilo, a third-string goaltender who's breaking onto the scene. Thatcher Demko is out for the year, so Tolopilo, he's got no choice. He is here. He is in Vancouver. He is a full-time goalie, and even though he made 32 saves out of 32 total shots against, he does not get the shutout for tonight's contest. Because at the end of the first period, Nikita Tolopilo got ran over by Ryan Poehling, and he was not in net to start out the second. He was pulled by the concussion spotter, which I'd say is probably fair. Like, that's not illogical to do. But Kevin Lankinen had to suit up for Vancouver to open up period number 2. He only played for a whopping 2 minutes and 11 seconds. He made a save. It was a very good save at that. But after Kevin Lankinen had his 2 minutes of fame, he ended up getting placed back on the bench because the Canucks deemed, hey, Tolopilo's actually good to go again. And Tolopilo returned to the contest. Now, he played 57 minutes and 49 seconds, made all 32 saves of the 32 shots against him. He gets the win because, of course, he was on the ice when the game-winning goal was scored, but there is no shutout handed to him, even though Tolopilo was there for most of the game. It's a weird loophole. It's a weird contradiction. I think a lot of Canucks fans are probably upset just to see that conclusion. But statistically, it doesn't change the fact that Tolopilo made all the saves he needed to make. He did all the things he needed to do. There was no more perfection to be had. And the Vancouver Canucks walk out of this game with a 2-0 victory against an Anaheim Ducks squad that has been kind of falling down the top of the mountain ever since their electric start to the year. Leo Carlsson as the top guy in points. All this great stuff happened for Anaheim to open up the season, but unfortunately, the Ducks were missing a bunch of guys. They had been going through a bunch of losses. No Troy Terry in this one. No Leo Carlsson. They definitely aren't at their peak right now. And honestly, the fact that this game only had one goal scored with a goaltender in the net makes it a little bit boring to talk about. But you know what? There are a number of things that we can highlight. I mean, if you want to talk about individual plays in the game, yeah, okay, great. There were some saves that were made. Tolopilo got knocked around a bit, but he still stood tall. There were some moments where you could say goals should have been scored. Anaheim, in particular, 6-on-4 on the power play at the end of the game. The fact that they weren't able to beat Vancouver once was pretty telling as to how this team has been faltering the past little while. Evander Kane had a breakaway. That was interesting, right? He came in on goal. I was like, is he actually going to be able to pull it off? And no, he did not. He got knocked off the puck and had no angle to shoot at by the time he regained control. For what it's worth, Anaheim Ducks goaltender Lukas Dostal was also pretty good, but the one goal that he did let in, a Drew O'Connor one-timer assisted by Jake DeBrusk, it was not really an ideal kind of shot because the puck took a little bit of a bounce before it found itself onto O'Connor's stick. Kind of an unpredictable play there with the movement of the puck, but O'Connor fires it towards the goal anyway. Dostal looks like he kind of tries to headbutt it, but no, it ends up going right by him, and it's 1-0 Vancouver. By the way, that 1-0 Vancouver goal scored with 10 minutes to go in the hockey game. And then, of course, the 2-0 goal, a shorthanded empty net goal scored by none other than Teddy Blueger, whom they were really talking about on the broadcast today. They were mentioning all these things about, the Olympics and trade value and the playoffs, whatever. Obviously, Teddy Blueger is another one of these guys whose contract is expiring as a UFA for this team, which means that the Canucks are probably taking offers on him, if not already taking offers on him. He's got this opportunity to really put himself on a stage after missing the first half of the season with injury. He's come back, he has scored a lot of points, he's scored goals. The empty netter, of course, with a pretty nice shorthanded tally there. And of course, going over to the Olympics, playing for Team Latvia. Not a powerhouse of a hockey nation, but definitely a sneaky, dangerous country to pay attention to. Teddy Blueger could probably do some damage for Latvia heading into this Olympic Games, which will make it a lot more easy for him to probably get some suitors, especially if he shows off that value. Two-way defensive responsibility at center, bottom six penalty killing. Teddy Blueger is getting rewarded for his efforts, and he's a guy that I think definitely deserves it. If the Vancouver Canucks can get a third or a second-round pick for this guy, then I think we should be very happy. Just think about it. The guy didn't play most of the season, yet he can still come back, make an impact, and then get traded to a situation where he could probably make the playoffs and maybe even win his second Stanley Cup. Who knows? Yeah, that's right. He's already a Stanley Cup champion. He won with Vegas the year they won. So, Teddy Blueger, of course, definitely has a lot of quality value that he is bringing to the Vancouver Canucks lineup, and I can understand why the commentators are continuously going out there and talking about him. Other than that, though, I mean, what else is there to talk about? They won. They got a shutout. Obviously, the Canucks were not going to lose every single game, but with 2 wins as of late that I think we can say were decently good wins, it's starting to get me a little bit more intrigued as to what this Canucks season is going to look like. Obviously, I think I stand with many fans where I say that, yeah, I want the team to lose and get a high draft pick. Gavin McKenna said earlier today that he is a Vancouver guy, so obviously there is some hometown fate that we can intertwine with Vancouver this season with him. But getting a nice shutout victory against Anaheim once in a while, it's not too bad. So you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about the Canucks playing off against the Anaheim Ducks today? No Tolopilo individual shutout, no Lankinen individual shutout. It is a team shutout for the Vancouver Canucks. A very unfortunate statistical anomaly for Nikita Tolopilo, but still a situation that he should be proud of. The guy's lights out in the third period. And I think as long as he's able to expand on that quality into the rest of his career, he's going to be pretty fine. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this game. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sign 9. My voice is absolutely terrible. I need to take some rest, man. And bye.